Well, hi there, Internet. My name's Court, and you've got courtside seats for my review of The Mummy. Dun dun dun! So The Mummy is the very first installment of Universal's new Dark Universe franchise, which is they're taking all the old monster movies and starting an expanded universe. There's going to be Frankenstein's monster, the Invisible Man, Dracula, I think, is going to come along, Bride of Frankenstein, and so on and so on and so on. So we're starting off with The Mummy. Now, I didn't think this movie looked all that great from the trailers, but I was really curious to see it because it is the launching point of this franchise. So let's talk about it. The movie's directed by Alex Kurtzman, and it stars Tom Cruise, Sophia Boutella, Russell Crowe, and Annabelle Wallis. And the film is written by, I think, everybody. Like, seriously, there's 6 or 7 people writing for this movie, and it shows. So let's talk about the good first, as we usually do. Tom Cruise is really good in this movie, as Tom Cruise is generally pretty darn good in everything, because the man just commits hard. Sophia Boutella does a really good job. She doesn't have a whole lot to do. She doesn't have a lot of dialogue. It's a lot of writhing and screaming, but she definitely sells it. And Russell Crowe, I generally don't like Russell Crowe too much, but he was fun in this movie. I enjoyed watching him on screen for sure. Unfortunately, a lot of the goods I have for this movie are more on the technical side, like the production design. The movie looks really cool. The mummy, whose name is Amanette, played by Sophia Boutella, she has this sarcophagus in which she's buried. Really cool looking. Really, really cool looking. The sound design is really cool. The sounds of the mummy particularly, and various other creatures. Just really interesting, kind of different from anything I've really heard before, and I appreciated that. And the costuming. Amanette looks really, really cool. And the way Sophia Boutella plays her through her physicality, like that is what Enchantress and Suicide Squad should have been, rather than that hula dancing weirdness. The movie does have a couple of fun action beats, particularly in the first act. They move quickly, they're a lot of fun. And I felt the first act really felt like a good mix between Indiana Jones and Drake's Fortune. Drake's Fortune is kind of like an updated Indiana Jones anyway, and this had that. That's pretty much all the good that this movie's got going for it, I gotta be honest. So we'll talk about the bad. The dialogue in this movie it's a word I use a lot, but it's pretty hokey. There are a lot of moments like, you can run, but you can't escape. Like, yeah, all right. How many times have we heard that? At least it was, you can run, but you can't hide. At least it wasn't that, but the humor in this movie it's a huge problem. This movie is, I mean, for a relatively serious film, there are a lot of jokes in this movie. One of them worked for me. Just one. And it's not even that it was that good of a line, it's the way Tom Cruise delivered it, because he delivered it in a dramatic way, sort of not in a joking way, which kind of caught me off guard, and I laughed out loud. But most of it is just like, wah, wah. Then you have Prodigium, which is a group that Russell Crowe's character, I won't tell you who that is, he heads up this group, and basically they're in charge of like finding all evil in the world, monsters and whatever, and getting rid of them. And I think this group and his character are probably going to be the connectors of all of the movies in this world. If this world ends up happening, I don't know, if this movie really bombs, who knows, they might just cancel it, we'll see. But I think we'll see his character popping up with Prodigium in all these movies. And I gotta say, it really felt shoehorned in. It's like it was there just to set up the franchise. It didn't serve the story all that much. Like, it was there for a reason, but it really kind of felt pushed into place. Also, this movie rips off a movie that I love, one of my favorite horror comedies of all time, An American Werewolf in London. Now, I'm all for cribbing from great movies. I get it. We all do it. But what they did was so obvious. It was so blatant. They didn't try and disguise it in any way. It was just that thing they did in American Werewolf in London. Let's do it in this movie and do it exactly the same. And it really took me out. Frustrated me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Annabelle Wallis. So I was unfamiliar with this actress. She plays Jenny, who's she's sort of our main heroine in the film. And good God, is she bland. As much as I really enjoyed Sophia Boutella's performance, this woman's performance was just so boring. She's totally a damsel in distress throughout the entire movie that Tom Cruise has to save. And this is a nitpick, but it drove me crazy. In the movie, Tom Cruise's character is named Nick, and every time she gets scared, she calls for Nick, and it sounds like this. Nick! 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 And it's really, really fucking obnoxious. One more thing I want to point out about this film, and then we'll get on with our day. This film committed 2 cardinal sins. The first one, for a monster movie, It wasn't scary, like at all. There were jump scares, which I call jump startles because they're not scary. Like anything can just, like, yeah, okay, I jumped. That's not scary though. There was nothing scary in this movie. Nothing haunted me. I didn't come away feeling frightened at all, which I was really hoping to. And the other cardinal sin, for an action adventure movie, it's boring. Like I said, yeah, there are a couple of fun action beats early in the film, but like the whole third act, it is so dull. It's so dull. Is there a post-credit scene? Couldn't tell you. Wasn't willing to stay. I was ready to go. One other thing, this isn't even in my notes, it's just popped into my head. They say in movies, show, don't tell, right? This movie is so expository. Do you remember Basil Exposition from the Austin Powers movies? This guy. Remember him? It's like this movie was a Basil Exposition biopic. Seriously, like there are so many sequences of the Jenny character explaining to us what's going on. So many sequences of the Russell Crowe character explaining what's going on. Stop talking at me and show me. So that's my review of The Mummy. Now, I don't have a proprietary rating system as of yet, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to give this movie. I'm going to give The Mummy a out of 10. So have you seen The Mummy? What did you think? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was boring? Did you think it was scary? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. Are you looking forward to more of these dark universe movies? I think I am. I think I'm still curious. But anyway, whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please like and share. It totally helps me to build this channel. And if you'd like to subscribe, you can do so by clicking the Courtshake logo at the bottom right of your screen. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.